Hi everybody and welcome to TalkChain. Today I'm going to talk about RaiBlocks rebranding itself to Nano and the Nanix exchange that they just launched. We're also going to talk about the new version of Bitcoin, version 0.16.0, and how that should help or not Segwit adoption across the board and why that's important. My name is Matt and I'm usually here with Rob, but he's been having internet problems and can't seem to get it together, so I'm going to do another solo video today. And hopefully we will be reunited soon, maybe tomorrow. So if we're looking at the total market cap, 520 billion across the board. Bitcoin dominance about 33%. Everything is overall doing okay. You know, we're green. We were looking pretty red there. Bitcoin dipped below 10,000 a little while ago, but everything is sort of back up. Stellar's got a nice gain of 12% right now on, I don't know, some new partnerships or something. And if we go to RaiBlocks, or as we should call it, Nano now, it had a nice bump. So if you bought when all the drama was going on, you would have made a nice little nugget there, because it is up about 25% on the last 24 hours, around $19. And you'll notice that their name is no longer RaiBlocks, it is Nano. So they announced today that they are rebranding themselves as Nano, which I think is great, because RaiBlocks just doesn't roll off the tongue. There's nothing, I don't like it. I don't think a lot of people liked it. It was kind of a weird name and nobody really knew what it meant. Nano is cool. I'm not opposed to it. They're talking about the N being like a cool thing for nodes, and that's important to them. Whatever, I think it's a big improvement over RaiBlocks, so definitely glad that that has changed. And they're going to roll out the change of the addresses from XRB to Nano when they start, and that's good. The other thing that RaiBlocks did today is they are rolling out their exchange. So this Nanix exchange is a way to buy RaiBlocks or whatever. I think they're going to be doing a couple different pairs. Right now it seems like the ones that they're focusing on is Litecoin to Nano and Bitcoin to Nano. So I didn't open an account yet with them, but if you click on the exchange here, you can see that there's not really much going on. They show the prices and everything and the size of orders, but it's not really set up. So I think I'm gonna register an account and then see what it see where it goes from there. But they're sort of priding themselves on being a new exchange that is secure and reliable and very fast. And I think they don't have any fiat to crypto pairs yet, and that would be ideal. And hopefully new exchanges that come on are going to have more fiat to crypto pairs, which I think is really critical to keep this market afloat. And I did notice today that there were some articles about an interview from the Bittrex CEO or somebody important at Bittrex who said that they were going to actually add some fiat pairs on their exchange, which is great, so that we can no longer need the tether and don't have to deal with the drama that's going along with them. So if every exchange could just do that, it would be a big plus. When I was on the RaiBlocks site today, actually, I was looking a little bit at their white paper, and I noticed that it actually looks like a peer-reviewed article, which I think is great. It's not just some Word document that some guy threw together. So I think that is nice. And for those who don't really know why RaiBlocks is a neat new project, it's really changing. It's making themselves as a really good currency exchange medium. And they use a proof of stake system, which is different than the Bitcoin proof of work, where you need to stake your coins and you get to vote, and that's sort of how they achieve consensus. And the other thing is they use this, what is it called? A block lattice structure, which I'm not an expert in that area, but it's a little different in that every account is associated with their own blockchain. And at the end of the day, you get very fast transactions with very low fees, and I think that is something that's definitely needed in this market. And if you look at the roadmap, something else that I think is really neat about this project is that it's very simple. You know, they're not trying, well, they're trying to change the world in terms of lowering fees and doing quick transactions, but they don't have these insanely high bar goals that they're trying to reach, which some other projects do, and I think it's going to be very hard for them for those projects to actually deliver. But if you look at this roadmap, it's very simple. So we're already in the future, according to the roadmap. In 2018, they're going to develop a light wallet, add chain pruning to reduce chain size. Sure, that's good, and hopefully they're going to be added to different exchanges. So that's one thing that I'm looking for, is in the future that they are added to Binance. And I think they were recently voted as their Binance's coin of the month, and so I think they're going to be added to Binance. And when that happens, I think we should see a lot more buyers coming in to use the coin. So overall, that's all I have for RaiBlocks or Nano. I think it's something to keep my eye on, or for everybody to keep their eye on, and I'm definitely going to be watching and seeing where it goes from here. The next thing I wanted to talk about is this release version 0.16.0 release candidate of Bitcoin. And there was a post in the Bitcoin subreddit about how exchanges have no more excuses to give on implementing Segwit. So for those who don't know, Segwit is a way to lower transaction costs and increase transaction speed of Bitcoin, and it does this by basically increasing the size of the block. It's not an official block size increase, so it doesn't lead to it's not a hard fork, but but because it's not a hard fork, it means that the support for Segwit has to be added to wallets as well as exchanges. So it's been slow going, and you can see this by the this site here is segwit.party. This is the percent of transactions that are actually Segwit transactions, and we can see that since it's been implemented in the summer of 2017, it's been slow. So the peak was 18%, and we finally reached that again a couple days ago, and sort of hovering around 15. So the Segwit at 100% transactions, if everybody was using it, we could fit 1.8 megabytes in a block, which would definitely improve transaction speed and lower the cost significantly for people who want to exchange, who want to trade or send Bitcoin. So I think this is something that we definitely need to improve Bitcoin's functionality as a currency, and it's definitely has a long way to go before it gets adopted. So this version 0.16.0, there's like a few little perks that it adds to make it easier for people to use Segwit. It doesn't force anybody to actually use Segwit, so I don't think it's anything that's going to be seriously game changing. But if Segwit can get more adopted in the market, if exchanges can use it, if more wallets can support it, I think it would be a big help. And there's lists online. If you just Google Segwit supported Bitcoin wallets, you can find some there, and also look for Segwit supported exchanges. Amongst those, Coinbase is not one. So, and you know, you can argue that they're sort of dragging their feet. So hopefully they get on board, and you can also email them and push them to support Segwit. So we can see also that the transaction fees have actually gone down. The percent of fee for as a percent of the total reward has gone down in the last week or so, and that might be due to this improvement in, or this increase in Segwit transaction. So we know that the fees will go down if Segwit is implemented and more adopted. So it's definitely something to push for. And it's another reason why people are looking for other coins, because Bitcoin right now is not a great medium of exchange. So yeah, so with that, gonna wrap it up there. Want to thank everybody for watching. Please subscribe, like, or comment. Give me your opinion on what you think about the new Nano rebrand. Do you think it's gonna actually help Nano become a currency, a medium of exchange. And let me know what you think about Bitcoin and whether or not Segwit's actually going to get fully adopted, or whether or not you think that there's no hope for Bitcoin and it's a dinosaur and it's just going to go away. So with that, I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.